Have you ever been so thirsty that you just can't stand it? I mean, thirsty like parched. Like you're in a desert. Like you can't get any water. You need water right now. Let's talk about that. Yeah. 21 Pilots, not a sponsor. Anyway, good morning. Let's see. When we go to the store, 9 times out of 10, we have more liquid in the cart than we do groceries. We literally say every time we go to the store, it looks like we're thirsty. I mean, we have, I don't know, we just like drinks, I guess. But have you ever been really thirsty? Like, I mean, truly thirsty. Like you haven't had any kind of liquid for 2 or 3 days. And you're parched. And you just have this overriding urge to drink anything. I mean, even if it's dirty water. I've been close to that like 3 times in my life. Like I'm just beyond parched. And it feels like a desert in my throat. And I think the soul is like that too. The soul is longing for something to fill it. That we're thirsty for purpose and love and direction and knowing that we were born for a purpose. And so I think our soul longs for that to be filled. And of course, Jesus says he is the living water. And once you drink of Jesus, you don't have to be thirsty anymore. You don't have to have that want or the desire to have anything fill it except Jesus. And in Psalms, chapter 42, verse 2, which is a cool book in and of itself. Psalms is just a bunch of songs written down that David and other people wrote down and sang. I would love to go back and see how they sang it. But this is part of Psalm chapter 42, verse 2. And it says, "My soul thirsts for God." I mean, that is like my whole life's desire, is just thirsting and being fulfilled by Jesus. It's just an amazing, amazing feeling. And then it says, "For the living God." We know that Jesus is alive. We know that God is alive. The Holy Spirit's alive. Jesus is sitting at the right hand of God. He has all authority and all power and all dominion over everything. Hopefully your heart. But it says, my soul thirsts for God, for the living God. So we don't want some fake God who is not living, some fake God who we can touch and feel and it's physical and it's going to burn up. We don't want the God of money. We don't want the God of the world. We don't want the God of desire and pleasure. We don't want the God of a car, a house, other people. We don't want to worship other things. We want to worship the living and one true God who is eternal. And so our soul thirsts for God. And then it says this, "When can I go and meet with God?" Now the cool thing is, when this was written, there was a procedure to everything. And you couldn't really get to God except for the one priest once a year would go into the Holy of Holies and meet with God. But you had to get to God through the priest, through the sacrifices, through things like that. Now, on the other side of the cross, we can meet with God daily, hourly, seconds, minutes, yearly, monthly. You can meet with him anytime because now we have Jesus with the Holy Spirit inside of us, and we can meet God anytime we want. So this question was fulfilled by Jesus. We don't have to thirst anymore. We can see a living God in our life and the change that he makes. And we can meet with God anytime we want through Jesus Christ. That is so cool. That is like beyond, like blows my mind. That on this side of the cross, we can actually communicate with a spiritual being that is wonderful, holy, majestic, great, powerful, awesome, every second of it, every day, because of Jesus. So when this was written, it was kind of almost like a prophecy that someday we will be filled, we will be with a living God, and we will meet him through Jesus. I would love you to meet him through Jesus. I mean, that would be an awesome thing, that everybody in this town, everybody that I meet, everybody that we come in contact with comes to Jesus. That's my hope and prayer. So maybe hopefully that will be your challenge today. Invite somebody to church, invite somebody to Jesus, and make that your challenge. I love you. Jesus loves you too. You have a great Tuesday. Bye-bye.